The New York University Common App essay. Let's talk about it. Here we have a prompt themed around being a bridge builder. It requires 250 words or less. That may seem simple on the surface, but in actuality, that means we have to be very targeted with how we use our word count, especially since there are multiple questions we can consider here. Let's break down each one. Notice how as we go through these items, we start open-ended and we get more and more specific. The first question is the broadest. What experiences or challenges have shaped you as a bridge builder? Let's think a little bit more about what it means to be a bridge builder. As the prompt suggests, a bridge builder forms connections across differences within people, groups, and ideas. When talking about challenges or experiences, we can cite any that pertain to this idea of connecting across difference. For instance, say you were seeking to establish a new student club at school and you received pushback from administration. Maybe this stemmed from a perceived lack of need for such an organization, or maybe there wasn't enough demonstrated interest at first. Then you could talk about the process of surmounting such opposition. Remember, tension is key to the story. In other words, raise the stakes. Why does this matter? What happens if you fail to build a bridge in this case? Make sure that is conveyed in your writing. That also applies to all the options in this essay. The next idea is a bit more targeted, asking how within your school, community, or personal life. For this, we want to focus on what you've done within one or more of those arenas. For instance, in the time of increased dialogue and debate at the high school level, you can talk about a time that you worked to find commonality across both sides of a conversation regarding a serious issue. Or if you volunteer at a local organization, such as an elementary school or a nursing home, you could talk about how you've worked to build bridges across gaps in knowledge, like helping young students learn concepts in math or helping the elderly learn how to use technology. Bring emotion into the story, incorporating conversations and connections with real people. For the third prompt, we want to be similarly specific, thinking about specific actions that you took as a bridge builder. It's not needed to have a whole laundry list of ideas. Rather, quality over quantity is key. For instance, let's say that you were involved in hosting a joint club event between student group A and student group B. Talk about the major things that you did in order to facilitate that event. That can include serving as liaison between both student organizations, surveying students of each group to see what they were looking for, or promoting the event across school using social media. As always, showcase what kinds of differences or obstacles existed between such groups in order to highlight the effect of your contribution. And lastly, we have the chance to talk about NYU specifically. Of course, NYU has a lot of student organizations that focus on affinity and identity, including but not limited to culture, race, and gender identity. These are all fair game to mention if they are of importance to you. There's also a lot of student organizations in terms of media, whether you're talking newspapers, journals, or magazines, that you could use to advance the conversation on an issue of importance to you. But the cool thing about NYU is that being located in the heart of New York, students have the opportunity to work directly with organizations in the city. This includes opportunities provided through the university's public service internships. This allows students to truly make a large impact on marginalized communities. Many such organizations and opportunities can be found directly on the NYU website. You can also reach out to current students and members of such organizations to see what opportunities for growth and impact exist. That will help you better understand how you envision making a difference. So when answering this question, make sure you first have an idea of a topic in mind that interests you as a bridge builder. Then you can elaborate on how the resources at NYU will allow you to follow through on your mission. So overall, how should you go about answering the questions as a whole? Well, you'll see that questions 1 through 3 have a little bit of overlap, while the fourth is all about NYU. Really, you're going to cover both aspects, what you've done so far as a bridge builder, and how you're going to apply that at NYU. Bring your ideas together. First, talk about the issue or topic that you built bridges around. Then, showcase the tangible actions and challenges you faced while doing so. And finally, connect that to a related opportunity at NYU. Remember, it's important to showcase effort in this essay. It's easy to recycle an essay into an open-ended prompt like this, but by going into detail, especially on the NYU part, you're going to showcase to the admissions committee that you really want to be at that school. This, of course, is the best way of ensuring that that actually happens. You got this.